Okay, guys, we are at all new all-time highs today. Now, the question that I have is why? I'm always talking about why. Why is the market pumping? Tell me, guys, why is the market pumping? You guys know. And then, like I agree with some of your comments. I got some comments to go over. The day my favorite YouTube guy, crypto guy, cashes out the day before the pump. I mean, riddle me that, Batman. Like, I don't get that, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't think too much into that. You guys say it's, you guys are comfortable with it. I'm fine with it. Whatever. No, it's just I was kind of wondering what your opinions on that. So don't worry, I'm not scared out. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not selling. I ain't fucking leaving. But I think the markets are pumping today because of just an all-time low institutional trust in the government. You guys know through my other videos, I cannot stand the Fed. I cannot stand the Federal Reserve. I honestly can't even stand this country. So then you guys are going to be like, well, what the fuck are you here? It's like, okay, like what I mean by that is like I can't stand the people in power in this country. This country obviously is the greatest, but we have psychotic Satanist people in our government, and they've infiltrated, they've subvert that word subversion. Okay, so they've been here for a long time. And now they're just emerging out of the woodworks with all these other, whatever you want to call them, communists, immigrants, people coming from out of nowhere that shouldn't be here, basically. Okay, and they're sucking up our money. So I think the markets are pumping because of that. I think people are starting to recognize, just now, starting to see, because of this Epstein shit, what Trump did 2 days ago when he said, oh, you guys still talking about the Epstein thing? Bro, yeah. Yeah, kids are being abused. Yeah. Why are you not? Are you not still talking about it? Because if you're not, then that's a problem. Okay, there's two sides of this coin. Either you trust the government and you're like, okay, are you still talking about Epstein? Because we're not. Or you're on the other side, which is the conspiracy Bitcoin side, where you're like, bro, why isn't he concerned about this? Why isn't he concerned about the kids being abused? You guys how are you guys not seeing this? I mean, you guys must see this, right? You guys can tell what's going on. Dude's in on it. Okay? They're all in on it. Like I always tell you, they are on the same team. We are not on their team. So, I think they're pumping the markets today because there's not a lot of retail in crypto at the moment. And they notice that. They pump it. They get that FOMO in from the masses after they realize they've sold too early. And that's what's bringing us up right now. So you got the Epstein thing with Trump causing really bad sentiment with the politicians. Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, they're all just covering this shit up. So we got problems here. And that's why I buy Bitcoin, guys, because I don't trust those people. I don't want to pay taxes to those people. I don't want them to know who I am. I don't want anything to do with the law or this government. Get the fuck out of my life. Don't want you here at all. That's why I buy crypto and Bitcoin. Because through crypto and Bitcoin, we can trade with each other. You have something I want, I can pay you. Nobody's in the middle. That is Bitcoin. Nobody in the middle of a transaction to monitor it. Okay? We don't need any monitoring. Humans don't need moderation. We need free trade between people with uncontrolled third parties. Without controlled third parties being in the middle of the transaction. Okay? Now, we are in a sea of green today. Look at these gains, guys. My bag is getting fat. Like, you're seeing ETH back at 3. You're seeing Bitcoin new all-time high 118. You're seeing XRP at 280. Dude, these are our biggest bags, guys. This is great. But don't get too excited all of a sudden. Don't get all goo goo gaga. Like, oh my God, we're up 20%. It's never going down. This will come back down. Don't worry. This is going to come back down. Don't buy right now. Do not buy right now. You should have bought. You should have been buying. You should have been buying. If you're just buying now and you don't already have a fat bag that you've been stacking for years, then I don't know. I don't know. This is the freshest pump we've had in a long time. And I don't know. If you don't have any crypto, I don't know. I'm going to leave that at that. I don't know what you should do, honestly, if you don't have any bags that you've been packing for a while. But a lot of us guys, we've been here packing bags for years. So all that compound accumulation, and then you get a massive 20%, 30%, 10% pump, dude, you're going to see some great gains just like we're seeing right now. Oh, I saw a Cardano interview with Charles Hoskinson lately. I'll try to find that later, but I got to tell you guys, I've never liked Cardano. I just never believed in it. But I saw a recent interview with Charles Hoskinson. And he was talking about the Epstein thing with Trump and the cover-up. Bro, I am a fan of Cardano now. I am a fan. I wasn't sure about that guy, Charles Hoskinson, for all these years. I bought Cardano back in 2020 when it was like 25 cents, and I sold it. I couldn't commit to it. I couldn't commit to it like I could commit to XRP, Bitcoin, and ETH. But I am really, really considering Cardano again. It's got the staking, almost 2%. But Charles Hoskinson really blew me away with that interview. I'm not a guy who knows everything. I'm always learning, even in my business that I consider myself to be a veteran in. I'm always learning, very open-minded. That's why I'm not a maxi with any of these coins. I have to be open-minded because all these are going to pump. So my most speculative coin right now is Cosmos. I told you guys that before. I have about $1,000 of Cosmos. I have it staked at 15%. I like that 15% with Cosmos. I don't really know much about the chain, but as a human being, natural human being, when a human sees 15% APY and you compare that against the inflation rate, which we're probably at like 10%, 8% inflation rate per year, 15% sounds pretty good. That'll get me ahead of the inflation curve, and it's better than any other APY that I've seen. So I've been stacking Cosmos. That's my most speculative buy that I've got going right now. I don't consider Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP speculative. These coins are trillions and billions of dollars with heads, CEOs, founders, teams of people. You have the Ethereum Alliance Group. These are all things that you have to know about your investment to keep yourself comfortable. Okay? So that's the reason I haven't bought Cardano yet, because I just haven't been comfortable. But now, after seeing that Charles Hoskinson interview, the way he spoke about Epstein, the way he sounded very genuine. If you guys haven't seen, let me know if you've seen the interview. And if you have seen it, throw the link down below if you can, because I really want to watch that again. I don't remember where it was. It's somewhere on Twitter. But let me know what you guys think of Charles Hoskinson and Cardano. I'd be really interested to hear your guys' opinion on that. And if you guys hold Cardano, do not put how much you have. Do not put the number that you have. Just let me know what you think about Charles Hoskinson. All right? But guys, Bitcoin's my biggest bag. XRP's a big bag. Ethereum, I got a big bag. Dude, this is great. Now, going into the future, like I said, I don't think the masses are going to get involved. Like, I still don't think this is the masses, okay? So we're going to hear in the next coming days why this pump is happening, okay? Something happened to cause this pump. Like I said, I think it's distrust in institutions. That's just me. And I think the Trump thing that he said 2 days ago sparked this, on top of all the other crap going on with Israel and sending our tax dollars to Ukraine and Taiwan and wherever else this shit's going, dude. They are using our tax-paying dollars to do anything other than help the country. They're using the tax dollars to buy children on the sex trade market. They're using our money to buy lavish lifestyles, okay? Mansions, parties, sex parties, drug orgies, drug parties. This is the shit, sending weapons, buying weapons to start wars, warmongering. You guys are sitting here and we're paying these people billions of dollars to waste. And then you think about the fact that they can print more of this stuff. And that really starts to grind your gears. So they tax us, they can print their own, and they don't tell us about the vehicles that are deflationary, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, Pokemon cards, collectibles, metals, stocks, ETFs. They do not even teach you this stuff in school for a reason. They do not want you to get power. Now, we're going to get the power. Don't worry about that. Once XRP goes to $150, $50, $100, $200, oh, we're going to have the power, dude. Don't worry about that. I have comments for you guys. You guys really lit me up here. I was not expecting so many of these. I appreciate the comments, and thanks for all the recent subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Glad you find my channel interesting. Grippo Jr., market top late October, early November. Look at the charts for yourself, and history always repeats. Too early to sell in this cycle. Too early to sell in this cycle. I sold my bag early December and bought my position back 2 months ago for a quarter of the price. If you rely on other people to make a decision like this content creator, then you shouldn't be investing in crypto. Well, then where do you get your information from, bro? I mean, you got to have somewhere to pull information from. So I half agree with your comment. Thanks for the comment, dude. I agree with you. History always repeats. October, November. We don't know that, dude. Like, see, that's the thing. You guys say these things, but you don't actually know. You guys have to, like, really, think about what you say, because really we don't know. It always comes back to that. You don't know. I'll you'll hear me slip out a couple times, like, okay, like, I know Bitcoin's going to $13 million. That's more of a sentiment. Like, we don't actually know that, but from pattern recognition over the years and the way the government's been acting, we can kind of foresee with a decent probability and chance that it will most likely continue to go up because of the way the country's direction is going in. That's how I think about it, man. And also, dude, you sold your bag, bro. Like, you sold your bag and bought back in. Why don't you just hold and just keep buying more? That means you don't have enough cash to buy enough and hold. So if you rely on other people to make a decision, like this content creator, I don't agree with that. You need YouTube to do research, market research. You need all different avenues of research, man. Thanks for the comment. 3CS3H. I'm watching. Your friend saw me. He's still holding. All right, cool. Glad you're holding, man. Thanks. I'll give you guys some love. XRP bag holder, you're back. He is probably panicking, but his price target is 255. It makes no sense. I don't know if panicking is the right word, dog. I think he's just getting impatient. I think impatient is the better word. But and maybe the family thing. He wanted to start a family, so I mean, I get it, but I don't know. It's odd, and especially odd that the market pumps like the day after. It's weird, man. We're living in a weird time. You really don't know what to believe or who to believe. That's why I try to just kind of talk genuine. I feel like I should call this channel The Retail Investor, because I'm just a retail guy. I just tend to think like the rich people, but I am still a retail peasant. I agree. Surprised me. Been following him for a few years. Glad to stumble on your channel, good sir. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad someone else followed him too. Yeah, I thought that was a great channel. He's still doing it. It's just, it's like, if I didn't have a bag of crypto, I probably wouldn't be as motivated to make crypto videos. So it's like he's still making videos with a smaller bag. He's still got a bag, he says, just a smaller bag. So I don't know. Did no one listen to him? Yes, he took profits, but he also said he didn't sell the entire bag. Yep, I just said that. He didn't sell the whole bag. I said that in the video. So from 2016 and up, he's been buying when prices were low. Several Bitcoin locked away. Right, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, dog. I'm thinking that too. Thanks for the comment, guys. I'm thinking that too. He's probably just sitting on a huge bag that, like, yeah, he's probably still got a few Bitcoin locked away. Totally. So he's still got a pretty big bag. So we have to get to that point, and for us, that point probably won't be until like 2030, where we're at the point that he's at now, where we could just be like, bro, I'm tired of waiting, I'm cashing out. But I believe it will happen. We'll get to that point. Monsieur Zweed. You may also consider this as a way to avoid wrench attacks. Public exposition has its risk. That's true, bro. That's true. That's why I don't show my face on here. Not that I don't like you guys, but I ain't showing my face on here. At Catch Kenny Cruz, the next day it's new all-time high. I know. Isn't that nuts, dude? That's why I'm saying, like, things like that raise my eyebrows. I know maybe to people that doesn't mean anything, but I'm a guy who recognizes patterns, and just so happens he cashes out, and then the market pumps. So I don't know. One of my favorite crypto channels, yeah, I think it's more because he wants to buy a house, start a family, made tons of money. Yeah, at the same time, I wouldn't have sold until October or November. I'm with you. I agree with you. But probably because we haven't been in the market as long as him, you're right. Yeah, he's trying to buy a house, family. It makes sense. I'm not doubting the guy. I'm just saying, like, with being such a veteran in the space, you'd think he'd have enough money already to buy the house without selling. I don't know. I'm not going to try and make assumptions, but I'm happy for him. He helped me out so much over the years, and he helps a lot of people out, and it's insane. So Probably doesn't even realize the impact he makes on people. I'm glad you stayed, and I like the way you think. I honestly believe they're trying to keep us poor. Thanks, man. Yeah, trying to keep up with it still. Yeah, they are. Guys, these people, these elites, they want us down, stuck in the mud, not moving, not getting rich. They want you at your slave job, being a slave, 9 to 5, job just over broke, making 30 to 50,000 a year. They do not want you to know about crypto. That's why you have dumbass Kevin O'Leary telling you not to buy Bitcoin. He's still telling you not to buy Bitcoin. Jim Cramer, don't buy Bitcoin. These people are not our friends. We do not listen to these people, okay? His tone was so somber. It was a very strange video. I've been watching him for years. I'm assuming that he's adopting a child, which is pretty expensive. Maybe he's buying a large property. Oh, adopting a child. That's a pretty big assumption. He hates debt, so he's going to buy it outright instead of a mortgage. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. And he's in his 50s, which is crazy. I know. I can't believe that he's in his 50s. That's insane. He looks like he's like my age, like 35. So I think he wants to enjoy family before he dies, or he's being blackmailed, threatened to snatch off the street, and forced to give his keys. Did he try and blink on us with? I don't know. Yeah, dude, I know. Isn't it crazy that we're talking like this? Like, oh my God, did he try and blink a SOS message? Like, did he get blackmailed? Like, that's the kind of shit that we're dealing with now, guys. You have all this blackmail going on. Like, we don't know. Like, you guys don't know me. I don't know you. Like, we're trying to, like, kind of, like, trust each other. But then you have, like, these weird YouTube channels that don't always make sense. Like I never really liked BitBoy, dude. I was never a fan of BitBoy. I don't even know where he is now. Is he still out there doing videos? I never liked his channel. I was always on the fence with him. Some things he would say, I would agree with. Some things he would say, I'll be like, dude, why are you shilling people with your shitty coin? And you think he made, like, Ben coin or something? Dude, anybody who makes a meme coin and tries to sell it to people is a scammer, in my opinion. Once you make, like Trump, dude, once he made that coin, Trump coin, I knew it was over. I was like, this guy's bought and paid for. I already don't trust politicians at all, but Trump, I did trust like 99%, and Elon too. I actually have more trust. I am hanging on by a thread with my trust for Elon. What he's done in the last 2 days has really strengthened my trust in him with Grok 4, with the shit he said about Trump on the Epstein list. And I'll tell you what, I used to like Trump. My whole family voted for Trump. I thought Trump was saying a lot of the things that I agree with. But I always remember to keep 1% of trust just in case we see something like what happened, where he said, are you still guys talking about the Epstein list? Boom, there's the 1%. Done. Cooked. He's in on it. And if you guys can't see that, you guys have a low IQ. If you guys cannot see the reaction to that reporter and what that means, dude, insane. Insane. And then the Epstein list doesn't exist. Kash Patel, Pam Bondi. Dude, we are so cooked. You guys, this is the reason to buy crypto. That right there. I'm telling you. I'm obsessed with that. Blew my mind. You should ask yourself if he actually made money in crypto markets or played the cycles well. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm asking you guys. You know, that's what, yeah, maybe you should be looking at taking profits as well. That's why I'm asking you guys. I want to see what you guys are doing. Arcturus Collectibles. Very cool. Patrick Rushing. It was the same in 2021. Everyone was saying there was no alt season. The 4-year cycle is still intact. Markets need more despair. Yeah. People lose hope right before the big pump in October-ish. Just my opinion. Yo, you are so right, dude. Yeah, people, it's so crazy, dude. That's why I'm saying it's the elites, because they monitor this shit. They're like, okay, we're seeing, think of all the technology that's out there. You don't think they see the charts? Like, okay, all this retail just entered. So guys, drop the market completely, scare them the fuck out so that they never come back, make it go lower. Then we buy it all up. It's the same thing. Yes. Although 2021, dude, we had the NFT bull run, which I made a ton of money on. Yeah. But there was an alt season. Yeah, there was an alt season in 2021. That was one of the alt seasons. 2017, 2021, and now 2025 or 6. Yeah, the 4-year cycle. Yep. I've been waiting for that, dude. I've been waiting to see like if the 4-year cycles are still intact. I think we still have a little longer to go, but it's pretty much proven. I think you're right. I think you're right, Patrick. I think the 4-year cycle is still a go. I don't know how anyone could sell BTC before October, November, December. It always goes up 2030. Here it is, 2013, 17, 2021, 2025. Every 4 years. Has to be lying or has not studied. Yeah. Or just haven't been exposed to the markets that long, or haven't done. Like, you guys must be like me, where like you spend every waking moment like looking up, watching video. Like, if I'm not working on something, I'm listening to crypto videos on YouTube. If I'm driving somewhere, it's usually crypto videos. If I'm walking my dog, it's usually a crypto video. I'm obsessed with it because my gut tells me, your gut is a second brain, okay? And when you have that feeling like something's off, like maybe Satoshi or whoever create Hal Finley, maybe whoever person did create Bitcoin, maybe it is actually not created by the CIA or the FBI or some government organization. Maybe it actually is this thing that was invented for this purpose to save us. And I know that sounds crazy, guys, but like, what if that's how I feel? I really feel like Bitcoin and crypto are here to save our asses. To save our asses from these crazy satanic freaking child abusers, dude. It's the only way. And I think once people start to realize that, like, we're almost in like a parallel market. We're building this parallel market for the masses. I think we're trying to save the masses. Money flows to where it's the least resistance. And the least resistance right now is in crypto. Patience is tough for most, but over-investing is worse. Conviction is the only way, no emotions. Great comment, dude. XRP bag holder, dude. Very strong comment. I agree with everything you said, dude. These are things that if a human can get over these, patience, don't overinvest, keep some cash, conviction, discipline, dedication, and consistently researching. Like, the great comment. Thank you, man. That's what's going to help you guys the most. Jason DeVille, comment on XRP bag holder. The past isn't what moves the markets. The present and the predictions on the future is what does. Your logic is bad. The roulette wheel had 5 reds in a row past. Doesn't give any higher chances for it to land on black next, and it's irrelevant for the odds on the present. It's the same concept with investment, but with a bit more complexity. If you think that something happened yesterday, because something happened yesterday, it has anything to do with today, you're wrong. So what happened 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago has nothing to do with today. Even if what you expect to happen really does happen, it was not because your logic was good. It was 100% coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence, dog. You're supposed to recognize patterns, but in cases like this, it actually your nature okay, you could be right about that. It could be your nature, my nature working against me. Yes, the human nature, the brain does do that. I don't expect you to change your mind, but you'll understand when you lose real bad. Thanks for the comment, Jason. I understand where you're coming from. I agree with half. I agree that just because we've been on 4-year cycles doesn't mean it will continue. So I agree that in that context, what happened yesterday doesn't affect today. But I do believe that, for example, the Trump thing, when he said that about the Epstein thing, I think that was a market mover. I do. I think that is one of those things where it did happen yesterday and it affected today. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to accept it, but I'm just saying that's what I think. I don't think I'm going to lose bad because I'm not going to sell. So, but I agree. It could be my own brain playing tricks on me. I don't believe in coincidence. I think everything happens for a reason. So I don't believe in coincidences. But Jason, thanks for the comment, bro. That's very interesting. I like the comment. Thank you. 3CS3HS. Again, I sleep well with 1/3 silver and gold. 1/3 commodity, precious metals, minter, and energy stocks. Okay. 1/3 crypto, Chainlink, ETH, memes, Pulse chain coins. Okay, that's a weird assortment of coins. Thanks for the comment. I stopped buying metals, man. I was still buying metals last year, and here's for you new guys to the channel. Here's what I think. Like for the silver and gold for the silver stackers and the gold bugs, I don't believe that we're heading into that world. That's the apocalypse world, okay? The silver and gold, yeah, sure, you can have some. It's good to hold. It's good to keep in your safe. But like Bitcoiners say, dude, you going to put it in a sack and carry it with you? All that heavy gold and silver bars and coins? I mean, also, the silver and gold is for prepping for a apocalypse system where we're using guns and ammo, rationing food, trading gold, silver for food, ammo. And even in that situation, really, you only need ammo and guns because you could just go just shoot, kill people and take their food, honestly. No one's going to sit there and let you trade with them when they have guns. They're just going to threaten you. So I think the value with gold and silver comes from the fact that you can use that in machines and computers and software and hardware. So I think gold and silver is more valuable for manufacturing. Energy stocks, always a good choice. I got my Roth IRA with Vanguard, so I'm buying all the Vang, Vooz, Vos, Vaz, all the V's. Chainlink, I had that years ago, back in 2020. I don't really think it's done anything since then, man. Ethereum, obviously. Pulse Chain, don't know what that is, but thank you for the comment. Thank you very much. That's interesting. I'm still a big believer in stocks. I really do. I really think you guys got to have both feet. You got to have, I think, here's how I describe it. I have 1 foot into stocks and around my Roth IRA. I have the rest of my whole body in crypto. Okay? I got 1 foot in my Roth and I got the rest of my body in crypto. That's kind of my belief. Okay, guys, I don't know if I'm going to get to all these. So, okay, I don't want to spend too much time. So, here, I'll fly through these. Yash Patel, taking profits at the beginning of a breakout when alts are barely off its lows with zero euphoria is absurd to be mashed at caution Q4. Yeah, I'm feeling that same sentiment, dude. It's an odd breakout. And like you said, a lot of these coins are barely off the lows. I agree. Some of these coins are still sitting at like what they were back in 2022. So like Chainlink, like Cosmos, like Polkadot. Moonkeys, what's up, bro? All these YouTubers telling people to get into crypto. I hope you're not talking about me. Then expect market maker whales to not delay it even more to shake out the week. You're right on. We're on the same page, dog. XRP is designed to test people who have no clue why they're holding it. Yeah, I think that's crypto in general. It's crypto in general, but yeah, XRP. Thanks for the comment, bro. That was great. Yeah. Basically, what I say, when the market maker whales see that there's too much retail, they're not gonna pump it. Or there's too much retail, they're gonna shake it out. They're gonna drop prices to shake them out, or not move it at all. They're gonna cause the most amount of suffering for the people who just jump into this market and expect to get rich in a month or two. It's just those are the people who are going to get burned. LOL, just cheesy Andy. Just before new all-time high, be careful who you follow. Yes, but he's helped me make money in the past. So I do trust him still. He's probably testing views to see which videos get more Moonkeys. Thank you. Maybe. It's too early. Go watch Kyle on Crypto Banter or Crown. It's just because BTC Dom is getting close to breaking down. Yeah, could be. Kyle on Crypto Banter or Crown. I will check those guys out. Thank you, Jay Dennis on sale. Jay Dennison sales. DLKPN. 2 clickbaiter YouTubers you mentioned know nothing more than you, my man. I appreciate that, dog. I appreciate it, but I do value people who have been in the space longer than me. I think if you've seen things go on in this market over the years, you kind of have a little bit of a better idea of what to expect. But you're right. I mean, none of us really know, so we're kind of all in this together. Okay, guys, thanks. That's my video. That was a lot of comments. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Thanks for listening to my content. I'm glad you guys see something in it. And leave me all the comments you want, guys. I'll try to go over as many as I can. Hold your bags. Don't sell. I'm expecting more of a tear here. I'm expecting we're going to see that $125,000 Bitcoin possibly. It's insane to see it at 118,000 because, like I said, guys, I remember when this thing was like $12,000. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I can't believe it. I should have bought more. We always said we should have bought more. And let me take a smoke before I leave you guys. If you've even made it this far into the video. All right. Cheers. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.